What do you mean it came up?
It's now license free.
Oh, really? Yeah. Is it?
It's old enough now.
Is that how that works? If something gets old enough, it's license free?
I think it's 50 years.
50 years, that's it?
It might be 70.
Well, that's the reason why I was talking to you about that cool Bible you have. The one that's all blacked out.
Yeah.
It's King James Version because it's free.
Yeah.
You're still going to charge you a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
But
apparently black paper. Super expensive.
Yeah, but the words are free, I guess.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Unfinished, where Danny and I are going to have a conversation and see where it goes. That's my favorite thing to do.
I know. We usually have this the past weekend sermon to work off. And I'm going to be away.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not going to have that luxury.
You don't know what I'm going to say.
No.
I do, partly. I know what it says. We'll figure it out from there. But yeah, cool. No, you and I have been going back and forth about a handful of things. You mostly send me like Christian conspiracy theories.
I do.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. There are a lot of, I'm a big conspiracy theory fan in the first place.
Yeah, same.
And then seeing it through
you mean you like to
lens.
talk about the truth?
Yeah. I like being right about things 6 months before everyone else. But a lot of things, and the very fascinating kind of sciencey stuff that I was always interested in is now, it had a whole other level of confusion added when looking through a Christian lens. Because, I mean, similarly to the last episode at the end where I was talking about, the multiple timeline theory stuff.
I had no idea. I don't live in the conspiracy.
I know. I did preface it even then with like, I know there isn't an answer to this. You don't. Nobody knows. We don't know. It's an interesting thought rabbit hole to go down. But like when it comes to that stuff, it's like God is everywhere all the time. Mm-hmm. Multiple timelines is entirely possible.
Oh yeah.
Like my first thought on it was like, well, that takes the multiple timeline theory completely off the table. And it's like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah. The I can't remember.
He's very capable of multitasking.
Yeah. I can't remember who I heard say it, and I'll probably botch this quote. But it's essentially like when you get into like really interesting science, like physics, and you get really into the theoretical side of things, all of a sudden it starts sounding very magical. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I don't know if there's a huge difference here all of a sudden. Yeah. And then, it turns out there's lots of things that are that way.
Yeah.
Like there's lots of conversations I've had with people where maybe they're coming from a spot where they're agnostic or they think that they're an atheist. And we start having this conversation and it's like, man, I don't know if you know this, but it sounds like you actually believe in something out there that's very, like, happens to be all powerful, like, and all knowing. You just don't realize that that's how you're saying it right now.
I don't watch TV very much, but I started a movie the other night and it's on Amazon. I don't know how I feel about it, so I don't watch it or don't. I don't have a strong recommendation for you, but
we'll get comments about it.
C.S. Lewis.
Oh yeah,
and it's a really interesting one because the entire movie is kind of fourth wall breaking constantly. Mm-hmm. It starts out where it's like him talking to the camera, and then it's him going through, and then it cuts to different stuff. But the very first thing he's saying, I registered the very beginning of it. And then he went in a different direction, and my mind was just stayed on that first line where he said, before I believed in God, if you asked me about what I believe and what I think happened, it was something to the effect of, paraphrasing, that we are a tiny little speck on a world that is spinning and revolving around all these different, essentially boiling down to, of all the chances this the right combination of things happened and it gave us life. We live in a universe where if you talk to any seasoned scientist, they believe many of the planets around us couldn't even sustain life. So the odds of this happening here was so slim and everything lined up. And then he went down a different tangent. And in my head, I continued it as, and if you ask me as someone who believes in God, I think we are these tiny little specks on a planet that's spinning, and all the planets around us couldn't even sustain life. The minute chance of this happening, it's billions and billions and billions and billions to one chance. What are the actual odds of that being a coincidence?
Yeah, right.
That these two particles, the only two particles in the vast nothing, happened to collide.
Yeah, right.
It's the whole big. It's just, as a Christian, I believe the exact same thing. I have a much better explanation for why and how that happened than I did before. Before it was like, and there was a one in an infinite chance that happened, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Now and something made that happen.
Yeah, or that's very, very special.
Yeah.
Like that happened, not very, very random.
Yes.
Very, very special.
Yeah.
That happened.
Because something made that happen.
Yeah.
Something's
Yeah.
because something had to push those things together, because it's in nothing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a vacuum.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
not moving. It's also in nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. Like it's always interesting that there's people always seem to borrow from a theistic worldview to make points about their non-theistic worldview.
Yeah.
It's like, you keep on borrowing that from me. Like, I think you keep on borrowing the point you're trying to make. You're borrowing all the things from a worldview that I hold. Mm-hmm. So you have to find your own stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Has to be a different thing.
Yeah. But yeah, those conversations. I think a lot of people have thoughts like that. Like, and either it gets like, as you zoom out, you either get, I don't know what I'm thinking anymore, and I get intimidated by it, and I don't know what to do, and so I don't want to have this conversation, so I won't think about it, or I won't talk about it, or people feel such the need to be certain about it because there's so much uncertainty that rises up in it. But I think all of that is like an incredible invitation to have faith.
Yeah.
And I think no matter what worldview you have, if you think that you're an atheist, like you still have a deep belief in something. Mm-hmm. That something just doesn't rescue you or reconcile you or satisfy your heart or your deepest longings, and never will.
I saw a great bit, and it's a Christian comedian, Pete Holmes.
Yeah,
nobody.
Yeah.
Super famous.
Pete Holmes.
Just one comedian.
Pete Holmes is Pete Holmes is Christian adjacent, at least I think. Like,
and he was talking about talking to atheists, and them doing the belittling thing. Like, you think you go to heaven when you die, and you go back to your maker. Like, well, what do you believe? He's like,
Yeah.
You just die.
Yeah.
The lights out. He's like, and then what? He's like, you go. That's it. He's like, where do you go? What are you going to? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, so you came from nothing.
Yeah.
You're
Nothing did
you
this.
go back to nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. It's like, you're going back to your maker.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that.
I think you believe in God.
Yeah. It's like, I hate to tell you
You're
this.
just calling it a different name.
I hate to tell you this, but if we just change some words, we believe the same thing. Yeah. That's what's really interesting.
I realized after at the beginning of my walk, as you're learning and you're in the early stages, you catch a lot of moments where you'll see something and someone has a really good argument at the time, it feels like a very good argument, and you start doubting, and that was always like a real challenging thing for me. And I've kind of reached the conclusion where the doubt is almost the sign of faith.
Oh yeah.
You can't doubt something.
I know what you mean.
Don't. There's probably a better way to word it, but it's if you're doubting, you do believe it.
Yeah.
Because if I wouldn't doubt that maybe you're not wearing pink shorts.
Yeah.
I already know you're not. Yeah. To doubt it is already like, yeah. I think doubt, there are times of doubt that's natural. But I think it was something I really struggled with at first.
Those things are connected. Yeah, and there's this for some reason we attach guilt to doubt.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I've doubted something, I've done something wrong. I'm doing this Christian thing wrong if I have doubts. I can't tell anybody about this, or if I tell someone about it, I have to whisper about this doubt that I have. And I used to feel that very same way, especially if you come up in a faith tradition that's extremely dogmatic about everything. You can feel a lot of guilt around your doubt, like it's this wrong thing that you're doing. I don't want our church to ever have that environment. No. Like I want to welcome that, and I think sometimes you should doubt those doubts that you're having. I think that's a good place to realize that, like, oh, I'm allowed to actually doubt the doubt that I have. Okay, like maybe
it's like an open invitation to put your faith in him.
Right.
It was like, I have a doubt. He's like, perfect.
Yeah.
There's your opportunity.
Yeah.
Because that's what faith is.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's
also, it highlights the good part of having somewhere to share those doubts is the doubt is a place where there's a knowledge gap or a knowledge hole.
Right.
It's like, if you just sit with it, like, you're not going to fill that hole by yourself.
No, right.
You're probably not going to figure it out. Sharing it, people go, oh, no, that's actually a very interesting point because this. Here in this scripture, it explains this, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, or I've thought that same thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's when you actually speak them, and you're in an environment where you're allowed to speak them, it gives opportunity for reframing it.
Yeah.
If you just keep them to yourself, you never have the opportunity to reframe it. Like there's a phrase like when you say like, well, I don't understand that. It's like, well, there's two ways that you can look at that. You can go like, well, I don't understand that. Or you have an opportunity to actually see that phrase, reframe that exact same phrase in the same way. I don't understand that. Yeah. Like this happens in relationships all the time with somebody. It's like, you'll do something and maybe it pisses me off, or maybe I don't know what to do with this. Like if it's in a relationship or whatever it is, a friendship, anything. And I don't understand why Danny did that thing. It's like, well, that's one way that you could say it, or you can have the opportunity to reframe it if you're in a conversation, or if you're, if you have a relationship where you can do that, where you can say, hey, actually, I don't understand that. Like,
it's opening the invitation.
Same words, but you've reframed it in a way of like, oh, actually, the knowledge gap is on my side. Yeah. It's not like, oh, you did something that's so terrible and damaging. It's like, oh, I actually don't understand why you did the thing that you do. Because believe it or not, everybody has a reason why they do the things that they do. Yeah. So
it's not always a good reason. That's not a free license excuse to do that.
Right. Right.
Sometimes the answer isn't a good one.
Right. But when you don't keep it to yourself, including your doubts about God or scriptures or circumstance that you're going through, you actually invite the opportunity to reframe it.
Yeah.
And so I actually think it's a ploy from like the adversary. Yeah. Like to go, oh, you have a doubt? You better keep that to yourself. You better not talk about that doubt.
They're gonna.
Oh, you better feel shame and guilt about that thing. Yeah,
they're gonna kick you out.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that.
You're gonna be the first person 86 from church.
Yeah, for sure. You're not gonna fit in here at all. Yeah. It's like, no, that's obviously, as someone who like is leading a faith family, that's obviously not true. It's like, no, you have doubts about that? Let's talk about it. Like, I have plenty too, like that I struggle with. Like, it gives an opportunity to reframe it and discover something that's actually true, instead of just holding on to something that, honestly, a lot of times will halt your growth. Like, how many people do I know who have begun following Christ or started this journey of coming to Christ and trying to follow him, and doubt creeps in, they keep it to themselves, and then their growth is halted, or they turn around altogether. Jesus even tells a story about a parable of a farmer sowing seed. And he gives the example about how, like, hey man, some of the seed goes out and some of it falls on the path and it never springs up. Some of it falls on rocky ground and it springs up for a second, and then the sun comes and cooks it off. And then some of it falls with thorns, and the thorns come up and choke out the seed. And some of the seed falls on really good ground, and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows. It's like, well, what's that story about? Jesus told that story, and his disciples were like, yeah, that's some good preaching, Jesus. And then later on, we're like, what the heck does that mean? They had doubts about even what he was saying. And then
you've got to appreciate their instinct to just be hype men.
yeah.
Like when you're in public, like, that's a good friend.
Yeah.
And they go, what he said.
Yeah, that was great.
And then
We agree.
I had no idea what you were talking
And they're
about.
like, hey, by the way,
What was that?
we gave you those attaboys in front of everybody, but we don't get it at all. But that's like a perfect example of what we were just talking about. They had doubts. Yeah. They didn't understand what was going on. And instead of just sitting there and holding on to it and being like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about, but he keeps on healing blind people, so I guess I'm going to go with it. Instead of doing that, they took their doubt and they expressed it, and it gave Jesus the opportunity to say, no, let me reframe this doubt. And he explains, like, this is what this means. It's in the passage where they bring their doubts to him.
It's got to have been hard because, like, you know, he's God, and you're the specific people he's picked to come along with him, and you don't know what he's saying. Like, out of everyone, you should know.
Yeah.
Like, that had to have been some warfare in their heads.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't know what he's saying? He probably picked the wrong guy.
He might have picked the wrong fellow. Well, what was so funny about that is if you read the narrative in, I think it's in, I don't know if it's in every gospel record, but Peter is the guy who always comes across with like certainty, like, oh, I am going to do this. Oh, I'll never leave you. Like, I'd rather die than leave you. And he's cutting off ears and doing all kinds of stuff like that. He's the one that Jesus turns around and looks at and goes like, when Peter shows up with certainty, he's the one that Jesus goes like, get behind me, Satan. Yeah. Like, he rebukes his certainty.
The cutting the ear thing, this is a massive tangent, but I'd made a mental note to talk to you about this on the show. This was brought up to me a long time ago.
Just a look on your face.
I know, it's incredible. And I always used to fall asleep to music. I had just a sleep playlist I play. Now I just fall asleep to the Bible. And it was on last night as I was falling asleep, and it was this part. And it reminded me of it. And I was like, that is so weird. And I was like, we got to talk about it on this because it's such it's the single weirdest thing in the Bible, and it's not explained anywhere to my knowledge.
Yeah.
They're in the garden. Jesus is getting captured. They're coming. Everyone's fighting, resisting. Mm-hmm. It's a whole thing. And then there's another guy, unnamed, naked.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a naked guy running away. Yeah. It doesn't say who he is. Yeah. It doesn't say why he's there. It didn't acknowledge him before, but clearly just a naked guy chilling. Yeah. But it was clearly important enough to mention.
Well,
because I'd mentioned that too in the story. Like, you were telling this whole story. It's like, and then a naked guy just ran out of a bush. Like, who's that? Like, I don't know.
Well, what's so funny about that is it's only in one gospel record. And what's really interesting about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, some people, because they don't understand how the Bible even came together in the first place, they're like, well, these stories don't line up. And it's like, well, yeah, these are eyewitness accounts. Yeah. Like, you can go to a car accident right now. Like, if there's a car accident on the corner, and you can ask 5 people what happened, and you'll get 5 different versions of the same story where they notice one thing and they go, well, no, actually, I think it was this. Blah, blah. And so that's what you have in the gospel records with Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And so you have these eyewitness accounts, and one of them decided to be like, And
there was a naked guy. I can't believe the other guys didn't mention that.
And then there was that naked guy that ran off. Do you remember? And they're like, no, I don't remember that at all. It was like I was paying attention to the Roman soldiers
really
that
caught
showed
my
up.
eye.
It's like
I can't believe you guys missed that.
It's like, man, maybe
like there was a naked guy.
yeah, 100%. Dude, I think the Bible's
You didn't see that?
I think the Bible's full of crazy stories, like crazy little things where you're like, oh, that's a weird. It's like there's been a bunch of jokes made out of this, and some of them they go viral and things where it's like different gospel records and how they're written. And
I think I know which one you're going to say.
One where it's John, where he refers to himself as like, and then there's one disciple that Jesus really loved. He's talking about himself every time. And then when it's the foot race to the foot race to the empty tomb.
Everyone talks about him running.
Everybody in the story, they're like, and they ran
and
to
the two disciples ran.
And the two disciples ran. And then John's like, but one of them got there faster than the other, didn't they? It's like, yo.
And they raced. Were we racing?
Yeah.
Could we just say we ran there?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's
would we just be running if you won?
Yeah.
How would you?
Yeah, if you got there first, I have a feeling you would mention it
You'd
too.
mention the race.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things where it's like the Bible's so interesting, and it was written. Yes, it was written by people. It was written by men who wrote these stories that witnessed Jesus's life, that were a part of all of these stories, and of course, they're going to have different stories that they remember and things like that. But there's a handful of times where you'll be reading something that's written and you're like, did he know it was going to make it this long? Like when he wrote that detail, this detail, it's like, we're going to put that in there and maybe it'll last, maybe it won't, but I'm writing it down. I think all that's awesome.
When they wrote it, this was in their head. They were writing it down, and this was going to be shared with tens of people.
Yeah. We need to make sure these guys in Rome know that I ran faster than Peter. Yeah. This will be funny.
Wait, millions of people have been reading my diary.
Yeah, it's so funny. Well, and even that's the thing that
you kept a bit in about the naked guy.
Yeah. It's like, Luke, you were not supposed to write that. I thought we all agreed the naked guy wasn't the important part.
That makes me seem silly.
Yeah. Right. Well, that's what's so interesting too, because even how the Gospel of John ends is like this, and he writes it like this, and so many other things happened while Jesus was here on earth. So much so that if we all wrote everything that happened down, the world could not contain everything that happened while Jesus was here, ministering, which tells you a couple things. You want to talk about someone who was passionately driven with a mission to accomplish. You are not going to find somebody more passionately driven with a mission to accomplish than Jesus. And you wonder, I wonder in my life if I'm having the impact to the people around me. And it's like, well, maybe I should take an example out of the guy I'm following and imitate him a little bit and bring some conviction and courage to what I'm trying to accomplish. Yeah. Because when you read the teachings of Jesus, you're like, wow, this is incredible. And you see all these miracles he was performed. And then John drops a line yeah, dude, that's not even half of it. Everything that we wrote, not even half of it. It's like, man, I can't wait to hear those stories. Yeah. That's going to be awesome. Well, and then when you multiply that throughout time of all the encounters that everyone had, because everybody has a story. And that's why I love stories, because I tell people a lot of times, because I get, some people are like, well, I don't know how to tell my story, or I don't know how to tell, the Bible's so full of all these epic stories. And I don't know if my story is that interesting because, I wasn't strung out on heroin and had this miraculous vision where Jesus came down in a cloud and rescued me. And then from that moment on, I never touched anything again. And so I don't know if I have the best story to tell. And I always try to encourage people. It's like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's like, maybe you started following Christ when you were really young and you don't have like the cool, like wild, I was a rock star like story to tell everybody. It's like, just tell the story where your story and Jesus's story intersect. And every one of those stories is a great story.
Yeah.
And maybe it was like, I try to encourage people, it's like, okay, you didn't have this wild conversion story because you had, you grew up in a decent home and like with healthy, sane parents. And just tell the most recent story where your story and Jesus' story intersects, because those are the best stories.
Yeah.
Like people want to hear those.
There's also, and I had every opportunity to, but I didn't find Jesus in like my low points. I hit rock bottom a few times. That isn't where I found it. I found him in a church in Jacksonville when I went to go listen to some music. And then I could eat spicy food. But when you feel like you have the boring story and you're like, well, I don't have the big, I was here and I was there in this horrible situation. And then I found him there. It's really cool to hear, but so unrelatable.
Yeah, right.
Because the people who are like on the fence are going to hear that and go, well, I'm never going to find him.
Yeah. If I have to do all that to find him, there's no
I've
way.
never even had 3 coffees in a day.
No, exactly. So second guessing your story, like I understand why people do it. I just try to encourage them, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
You're not pitching it to Scorsese right now. You're trying to inspire a person.
Yeah, it's like, I always think that's crazy because, like Jesus's story is the best story, and so when your story intersects with that at any point in your life, that's an amazing story.
Yeah,
like, I think, and sometime we'll do a story time podcast between you and I, but I think most people, since you've been public with following Christ and out there, I think most people assume your story was rock bottom as a rock star and all this, it was just the end of everything. And all of a sudden, like heaven opened and
there's a split. I think the positive people think that, the negative people who are full of demons.
They're like, oh, that's the only, you're just using this as a crutch, as an excuse for
I've seen it
to forgive your bad behavior.
It's dying out now because if there was something that would have come out, the first responses from like the naysayers was, "What did he do?
Yo,
we're about to hear about something this guy did."
Bro. Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things that's really interesting. Is like you
gave my life to Jesus.
Yeah, that's what you did. Yeah.
I ate a California roll with jalapenos in it.
Well, that's one of the things that's so interesting is like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And people, like somebody, whether they're noteworthy or not, because I think people do this to also, I think regardless of what your career is, you're also not a normal person, but a normal, like,
true.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Yeah. But, people do this with regular people and people who have very public careers. But as soon as they make any kind of profession in faith, it's that idea of like, well, what did he do? Mm-hmm. This is obviously a crutch. But often people don't realize the timeline of a lot of those stories. And it's like, no one dug into anything bad I ever did, like until, I made a profession and said like, hey, I'm going to give my life to Jesus. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you had to have done something bad somewhere. It's like, I've done plenty of things.
A bunch of it.
Yeah. There's plenty of stuff. It didn't really have a whole lot to do with this decision, but yeah,
pretty much everything like bad I did was very public, and you guys were fine with it.
Yeah, 100%.
You were fine with it until I stopped doing it, and then it was evil.
Yeah, it's so weird.
God, what?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's well, I say it's weird. It's not weird. I think it's very intentional. Like we've mentioned a couple times already. Like if you believe that there's good in the world, and God is good, and there's obvious, like, amazing things that are happening. There's also, like, if there's a good guy, there's typically a bad guy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times he's me, but when I read the story, like, there is evil in the world, like, a lot of it. And if you want to talk about, and a lot of times, sometimes it gets spooky. I always think it's weird. Some Christians, when they talk about, I'll use a big Christian term, like spiritual warfare. When they talk about it, like, they get really spooky with it. I actually don't think it's that spooky. Like, if you believe that this isn't all there is, there's actually something else. You don't have to get super spooky with it. It's just like a reality that exists. It's like what we talked about last time. Like, there's spiritual realities. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. It just is. And so you can be weird and spooky about it if you want to, or it just is what it is. And so, like, as someone who has followed Jesus for a minute, I've had plenty of run-ins where it's like, this seems this circumstance or this thing doesn't necessarily feel like, oh, this is just a random occurrence. This feels a little bit more like an attack.
This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a big there's a big misconception by his design that the devil, enemy, demons, whatever, evil itself,
Whatever you want to call it,
is a lot more powerful than it actually is. And he's made a lot of moves to try and become what he fell for in the first place. He wants to be like God.
Mm-hmm.
He's not omnipotent. He doesn't know what you're thinking. He can't read your mind.
Oh,
he
right,
can put thoughts. He can whisper in your ear and put a thought in there. He can't read your mind. And I think that's where social media. Now we're telling him everything.
Right? Yeah.
He wants the brain chips because now he's omnipotent.
Yeah,
He knows what
yeah.
we're thinking at all times. But I think we've given him a lot more credit than he deserves for his power. He's just whispering in this we were messaging about last night. I'm going to do a lot more PC version today.
You don't want me to post our DMs right now in front of everybody?
I don't want anyone posting any of my DMs. Yeah, it's. I think we give him a lot more credit than just being the weird guy just whispering things in our ear.
Yeah. Yeah, because some of the stuff he whispers is pretty weird.
Real creepy, weird. Just a little sweaty guy going like, "Go on, touch it. Go on, just touch it, rub it a little bit." And like, get out of here, you little weirdo.
Why do you want me to do that?
No, why are you asking me to do that? Just picture him as like the littlest, weirdest guy you've ever seen.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I think, and you are right. And that's kind of what I was referring to before. Like, there's a lot of Christians that they'll talk about evil, and they'll talk about the temptation and being tempted and all this stuff. And it seems like they'll give so much power to it. Like they're scared of it. And I actually, in a lot of my teaching, a lot of my, like normal conversations, whether it's one-on-one discipleship or in small groups or stuff like that, I intentionally, I intentionally downplay it because, I think I don't think it's that powerful at all. Like, I think it's the power that whatever power or authority we give to the adversary, we give to Satan. That it's power and authority that we're giving him. Yeah. And so I don't talk about it a ton for a couple reasons. Like, one, like this subject that we're talking about is not my favorite subject to talk about because I don't like to give him any credit. I want to give him no credit whatsoever.
Well, that's fine, because the intention of this is we're bullying him.
Yeah, that's good. I want to bully him. Yeah, I don't want to give him any credit whatsoever.
He already lost.
Yeah, I don't want to give him any credit. I would rather not talk about him. I would rather think of him as irrelevant, even though I understand. Does it work? Well, and you and I even mentioned before, like, about justification. Like, there's passages in Scripture, like Job is a really interesting story. If you haven't read it, like, give it a read. It's a very interesting story where God calls all the sons of God before him, and Satan is there. Refers to him as like one of the sons of God, meaning like he is a created being, and he's a spiritual being, and he has some kind of authority. And God calls the sons of God to give an account to him about what they're doing. And often Satan is called like the accuser of the brethren, and that's what he does. Like God brings up Job, and he's like, well, if you didn't do this for him, he would curse you. Like, well, that's accusation right out of the gate. That's what he does, and that's the reason why, like, even what we've been teaching through in Romans, like justification is so important, because literally set the scene. If God is calling the sons of God to give an account to him, the accuser shows up and he wants to accuse Danny. And he's like, well, Danny is XYZ, and Danny did this, this, and this. And the reason why justification is so powerful is because God turns to Jesus and goes, yeah, can you pull up Danny's record for me really quick? And Jesus goes, yeah, sure, here it is. And it's his record. It's Jesus's record. And God goes, yeah, I don't see any of this here. That's weird.
Perfect to me.
That's weird. What are you talking about? That's interesting. And like, first of all, I love that, because it has to be infuriating.
Yeah.
And it's also one of the reasons why, like, he hates you. Like, he hates you because all he's trying to do is accuse you and deflate you and say, look at what he's doing. And God's response every time is, Jesus, can you pull up that record really quick? And yeah, sure. Here it is. Like, oh, seems perfect to me. Like, over and over, which has to be infuriating. And I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Yeah,
Nerd.
Yeah. So I don't like talking about him very often, because I think he's Revelations refers to him as a dragon. And my translation that I did when I really looked into the Greek, I think it's gay lizard is a better translation. That old gay lizard comes slithering up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you're a loser,
And then cue dramatic music,
Yeah.
vertical crop,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Because it's one of those things. It's like it's a reality that happens. Like, most people think like, okay, I'm going to follow Christ, and now my life will be super easy, and I'll never have any issues whatsoever, which has been your experience.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, you follow Jesus, and then everything's been smooth sailing
Everything's
since.
Completely in line. It's going swimmingly. Found black mold in my house today.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things. Like, so that's where another thing I'm careful about is the reason why I don't talk about it all the time is because it gives people an excuse a lot of times to blame. Like, oh man, the devil's just really on my back. And it's like, I think you've made some unwise choices, friend. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think he had a whole lot to do with that. I think that you're making some unwise choices.
Really, he ordered pizza again last night?
Yeah. He hit up Domino's.
Yeah.
Like,
come on, Jeff.
Yeah. He was the one that made Domino's stay open late.
Yeah.
Like, that was him, really.
He got pizza and breadsticks. That was the depth. That's where he's putting his attention.
Right.
Yeah. Your carb overload.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't want to overemphasize like, because he's hiding around every single corner. And a lot of times, like,
he is a creepy little guy.
Yeah, he is, and he might be, yeah. But it's one of those things where, if you live that way, like, I think that takes a lot of power from you as a follower of Christ, because you're always like, and yes, I think that you should be on guard. Like, you should guard your heart. You should renew your mind. Those are all things that are absolutely true. But why are you doing that? Because you're afraid that slimy little lizard's around the corner and he might get you.
He might make me touch it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Quit asking for that.
I'm like, what are you doing?
I want to see that so bad.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, I don't think at all like that's the posture that you should have, or that God intends for you to have. No. Like, when I see Jesus's interactions with Satan when he's tempted in the wilderness, he's not like, oh no. Like, Jesus is, he's literally at his lowest point after being like, after fasting for 40 days, which is quite the feat. Most people have a difficult time. They get really cranky if they skip lunch. But if you've been fasting for 40 days, and then that's when he gets tempted, and his response is not to shrink back for a second. And you're like, well, yeah, it's easy because it's Jesus. And it's like, read the book, man. Yeah. Like, he's in you.
And he didn't even tempt him with cool stuff. Like, he's not that good.
Yeah. He's like, hey, throw yourself off this mountain.
Hey, why don't you jump off it? What?
I'll give you all these kingdoms.
That's like a 13-year-old's intrusive thoughts. Why do you turn that rock into bread?
Yeah.
We know about cakes.
Yeah.
We're like, pick a good thing. We're in the wilderness. There are animals. It's not like, why don't you go eat that lamb?
Yeah. It's like, Jesus, I know you know what Texas barbecue tastes like.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
You know everything that's always going to happen. Yeah. You know the Sammy's, the barbecue joint? You know that they have cherry pie egg rolls. I had them last night. Devil made me do it. You know they have those. You could get those.
Yeah. Devil made me do it.
Turn it into some bread.
Devil made me do it. What a lame excuse. Take some responsibility for yourself.
You listen to that guy?
Come on. Exactly.
Touch it guy?
That's the thing.
You get your advice from him?
Well, and the reality is like, I don't think I need a whole lot of help to make a bad choice. I don't need nudged very far, you know. And culture, everything that we live in, I think all of that is influenced. I think all of that is demonically influenced. But like the devil's not sitting there making me make bad choices. No. Like I can do that all. I can do that all on my own.
We're better at his work than he is.
pretty often. But it's so interesting. Like I think to the point before that we started off with, I think a lot of it is when he's introduced in the garden narrative, he's introduced as being more subtle than any other beast in the field. And like, I don't think it's the big work is I'm gonna make Danny make the worst choice that's gonna blow up his entire life. It's like, no, it's gonna be really subtle things. Like when it comes to doubt, better not talk about it.
Yeah.
Better not talk about that.
I heard a great analogy. And I wish I remember where I heard it, which was very possible not the original place. But it was a story of a guy, and he was looking at two fields. And the devil was on one side. God was on the other. One side belonged to God, one side belonged to the devil. He wasn't told which was which, but he had to choose, and he had to go to one field. And he sat and he pondered it over. And at the end of it, someone come up to him and said, "Which side did he choose?" He was like, "I don't know which was which, so I sat on the fence. I played it safe and I sat on the fence." And the devil laughed. And he was like, "Why are you laughing?" He said, "The devil owns the fence."
Yeah.
He doesn't want to ruin your life. He doesn't care about ruining your life. He doesn't care about you enough for that. It's not about you.
Yeah.
Everything he's doing here, not about you. He doesn't care. Zero interest at all. And he doesn't want your soul. He doesn't give a shit about your soul. He doesn't give a shit about you going to hell. That's not. He hates God.
Yeah.
All he wants you to do is not talk to God.
Yeah.
He just wants to pull you away from God. That's it.
Yeah. Isolate you. Like it's
I'm gonna go through all the effort to just make you do a bunch of bad stuff.
Yeah.
Because he knows works isn't involved.
Yeah.
He wants you to not give your life to Jesus.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
However, whatever little things it is that can get you there.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it's like, it's very, very, it would be a very hard stretch to get just about every single human being ever, to get a single one of them to follow the devil.
Yeah, right.
Because there's zero cell there.
Yeah.
None at all.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to get a person to worship themselves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the pitch to follow him is not an attractive one. It's like, it's going to be great, and then it's going to be real bad.
Yeah.
But
who's this guy? Well, he's evil
yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
And I get what do I get? Well, kind of nothing.
It's like, yeah, you can hang out with him forever.
Yeah. Not a real fun hang.
Yeah, which is another
Gonna make you touch it.
which is another, yeah, which is another conversation. I want to circle back around to that too, the hell conversation. But yeah, that's it's not, oh, go and blow up your life. It's it's super subtle.
pull you away from God.
Super subtle things. Super subtle things.
It's gonna give you a pretty lady to lose all your attention, and you're gonna worship her, and you're gonna forget about God.
Well, it's just, if he can keep you trying, like you mentioned, works. Like he knows works isn't in the equation. It's like, great. So if I can keep them trying,
Yeah.
great.
Because that could be the direction.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
like, no, I'm gonna make it feel like you're going close to God.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna notice I'm there.
Keep trying. Keep trying. I had a conversation with
You didn't do that good enough.
yeah. I had a,
You tried, but you didn't do it good enough.
yeah, more. I had a conversation with a guy this morning at the gym who comes to our church, and he was mentioning how he was like, "Yeah, man, I've been showing up, and I've been trying to do all the good things." And you mentioned that that's not really part of it. Like that's not how to discover like this deep life and all the things that God has to offer us, like forgiveness and grace and peace and all those things. And like, if it doesn't come from trying, where does it come from? And I said it this past weekend when we were doing communion together. It's like Christianity is not about being correct about all the doctrinal theological things. Like it's not about that. Christianity also is not about applying all these principles to your life and having like this spotless behavior that you're doing so good. Like Christianity is about a person who made a sacrifice for you. And the way to have peace and forgiveness and real life, the things that your soul is longing for, is not by just trying. I'm going to try harder. I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to try all this stuff. It's like, good luck, man. Like that'll work for you for a second until you mess up. And then I guess you just have to try some more. It's like all of that stuff comes from living through this person who made this sacrifice for me. And it's like, oh, I don't want to focus on trying and doing. It's like any progress that I've gotten as a follower of Christ has not come from white knuckling and trying, and it's come from being captivated and enamored with this person who gave himself for me. And when I live there and I focus there, that's where like progress actually comes from. Like that's where it's like, oh, this desire that I had before just to please myself or have things for me or me to be the important one and all this, like all that kind of gets quieter when I'm just focused in on this person who is the last person that Satan wants you to focus on or look at. It's like, well, yeah, because that's where all the change actually happens. Like at Wellspring, like we talk about like commit to following Jesus, commit to being changed by Jesus. It's like, I'm not telling you to commit to be changed by trying harder or being more religious or checking off these boxes or
It's not about changing yourself.
or doing these habits. It's like, no, it's about being changed by Jesus. I want to focus my heart and my attention towards this person. And when I do that, there's change that happens. But it wasn't because I tried really hard to be kind. There's this boss or this person I work with, and they just suck. Everything about them drives me crazy, and I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to try really hard to be patient or to be kind, or all these things. When we read in the New Testament, they're called fruits of the Spirit. I want to try to do that. It's like, I'm sorry, man. Like fruit trees aren't out there going. That's not what happens. Like the sun shines on them, the rain falls on them, and the fruit grows. It's like they're not out there trying really hard to grow fruit. It's like focus on this person, focus your heart and your mind on this person, and then all of a sudden fruit shows up. And you're like, well, how did this get there?
Yep.
It's like it's where Jesus even teaches really plainly in John 15. I'm the vine, you're just the branch. Like I'm the one, like fruit grows from the vine, not from the branch. He's talking specifically, the fruit he's referring to is like grapes. Like grapes grow on the vine. Like the branches just hold the vine up. That's all it is. And it's like focus on this person.
Be there and stay there.
Yeah, focus there. And when you do that, when you focus there, that's when progress happens. So yeah, I think a huge ploy of the enemy is that didn't work.
Yeah.
Like either give up or I guess you got to try harder.
Yeah.
Like it's like what we've talked about already. And I have this conversation all the time. It's like, well, you either got to fake or you're just going to fail over and over and over again. It's like, but that's how believers, like people who have been following Jesus for a long time, those are the options that they think they have. It's like, where did those options come from? Like, there's in the garden narrative when Adam and Eve, they eat the tree, and he's like, why are you all covered up? It's like, well, we were naked. And he's like, who told you that? Like, who told you that you were naked? Who did that?
If that line isn't I missed it the first time I read it, and I caught it the second or third time. And that line alone is the perfect embodiment of the love and grace. Because my response to that would have been, what did you do?
Yeah.
You know what they did.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It went straight to, like, that's a supportive, like, who told you that?
Yeah. Like, who told you that
You're
about you?
okay.
Yeah.
You were fine. Who is to blame for this?
Yeah. Everything, like in the garden narrative, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing this now. Who told you that you needed to do that? Like, who told you that you were naked? Who did that? It wasn't, yeah, to your point, it wasn't like,
You messed up.
How could you?
Yeah.
Like, now there are consequences because you did this thing, but who told you that you did that? And it's so often, man, people will relate to themselves and relate to the world that they live in, relate to the people in their life. And it's just based off of like bad information. You know, it's that what we talked about at the beginning. It's like you weren't open and vulnerable with this. You didn't bring this to other believers who love you and believe in you. You didn't bring this to God. You just kept it to yourself and then made a choice. You didn't leave any opportunity for anything to be reframed for you to discover something true. It's like, yeah, that's the ploy, man, every time. And the thing is, like we talked about, when you're a new believer, things don't go smoothly for you. And a lot of people are let down by that. They're like, oh no, I thought, where was all this peace and joy and everything that I thought I was going to get out of nowhere? And it's like, well, I'm not experiencing that right out of the gate. And yeah, there's attacks that show up because all of a sudden it's like, oh, you changed teams. You're on a different team now. So now we have to work through this. But what do you keep on looking at?
Is that a fly or a spider on that light?
It is a spider.
It's a very big spider.
Yeah.
He's watching. We were bullying it. It still are. I hate spiders so much.
That's so fun. Do I need to get rid of them?
You think you can jump this far?
No, you're safe. I'll protect you. I'll protect you. This is a perfect object illustration. I'm between you and the spider, Danny.
I hate him. Oh, you just made him mad.
No, now he's gone.
You didn't even get him good. Now we don't know where he is. I opened the garage. I never go down the side of my house. And I did, because we just had a fence put in. And I almost walked into a spider web. And I didn't see it until I came back in. And our friends, George and Corey, were there. And they freaked out. They're like, you almost walked into that. And I just turned around. There's two big spiders. I almost walked just right in the middle of them. Talk about divine protection. Yeah. And I look, the spiders in those things about that big.
Yeah? Were they the cool, like, banana spiders?
There are no cool spiders.
Yeah.
No, I forget what kind it was, but I looked it up. And it said they're not poisonous to people.
Yeah, you would have been fine.
They're all poisonous to people.
Yeah.
Every single. those tiny little money spiders,
Yeah.
deadly.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, but hold on. Let me get back to my thought that I was saying. Yeah. Yeah. Things happen when you're a new believer.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy.
No, because you just freshly painted a target on your back. That's also the easiest time to pull you away from the idea.
Oh, yeah.
Before you've latched onto it and fully absorbed it.
Yeah.
So it's like you're front line right now.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have a rough patch.
Yeah.
It's gonna get easier. It's not gonna get easy. It will get easier.
Yeah.
Because you'll just have more and more to stand on.
Yeah.
Your balance will get better.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get more stable. But it's not gonna fully stop.
Well, that's where even like that parable with the farmer sowing seeds, like birds come down and grab it, rocks it gets cooked by the sun, thorns come up, choke it out. It's like all of that. It doesn't grow and mature because because the seed sprouts up and it doesn't become this big full plant. And I don't remember who it was, but somebody asked me one time. We were talking about that parable, and they asked me. They said, "Whose job is it to take the rocks out of the field, and whose job is it to make sure that the thorns aren't there?" It's like, well, the farmer's job. It's like, okay, in that parable, who's the farmer that's throwing that seed out? And you're like, well, it's Jesus, like it's God who's throwing that seed out. It's like, okay, like, so if you're starting to, if your faith in Christ is starting to spring up and it's getting hot out and you don't know if you can hold on to this faith, who should you talk to about that? Like, should you talk to the farmer and say, hey, there's some rocks in my heart right now. Like, I need you to pull those rocks out. Like, I think he will. Like,
He wants you there.
Yeah. I don't think he throws seeds out for them not to grow. It's like, well, I feel like the birds are coming in, like coming after this thing. It's like, okay, who should you talk to about that? Like, should you talk to the farmer about that? To be like, hey, can you keep these birds away for a second? Like, can you take these thorns out for a minute? But a lot of times we don't do that because when adversity hits, whether it's from our stupid choices or it's from our enemy, there's shame attached to it.
Yeah.
And so we don't do it. We keep it to ourselves. And it's like, well, that Jesus already told us what's going to happen when that happens. Like, the plant's going to wither and it's going to fade and it's going to die out. And so maybe you're listening to this and you're a follower of Jesus and you're like, yeah, I feel really, the rocks it refers to, like the hardship, like it's really hard right now. There's lots of stuff that's happening to me. And I don't know if I'm going to keep growing, or I don't know if this is going to keep going for me. I'm like, okay, talk to the farmer about those things that are like, the sun's hot right now. It's really hot. Yeah. It's like, well, don't keep that to yourself. Tell the farmer about it. Like, the thorns that grow up, they're the pleasures of the world. Like, I really want that. Like, I'm really being drawn to that right now. It's like, cool, talk to the farmer about it. Like, he wants it to grow. Like, talk to him about it. Like, and because he wants the good ground. Like, it's his job to make sure the ground's good. So, but if you're not asking him if you're not having a conversation with the farmer, like, that's the whole point. It's relationship. Like,
yeah, we, for the most part, know how to apply it in our day-to-day life. Because if someone in our life is struggling with something, or is, I don't know, maybe upset with us about something, or frustrated, and then they blow up one day, and they tell you all the stuff. It's like, why didn't you say anything?
Yeah.
You're just sat on this. Why didn't you? This small thing just grow and grow and grow. Just, why didn't you just say something? When we know that.
Yeah.
We know that. We're just very bad at applying it to ourselves.
Yeah. Happens.
For some reason, feel like we can't take that to God. It's not big enough. It's not important enough.
Yeah. It happens with my children all the time. Like, my children will be struggling with, even like a silly example with like school. Like, something's going on at school and they're struggling with it. And it's like, if you would have told me about this,
I'm going to help you with that.
I'd be there in a second.
I know the thing.
Yeah, I'd be there in a second.
It's zero effort.
Yeah. And well,
You're struggling with 2 + 2. I get it. You're new at this.
yeah.
Like, that's not too small for you to bring me. That's such an easy lift for me.
Yeah.
No time at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing for me. There's no effort for me to help with you. This is easy. I can help you with this. There's nothing. And it's all our problems here. Absolutely nothing to him. Whatever feels small to us, it's not that it's so small it's an inconvenience. It's so small, and he's just like, oh yeah, no, here.
Yeah. Well, and there's that idea of like, well, if God sees me struggling, why doesn't he just step in? It's like, man, I need you to read the book. Like, this is why it's the reason why it's not just like, oh, it's a good habit to have. It's the reason why, like, no, read the book, man. Like, when you read the book, you realize, God has seen you the whole time, like the whole time. And everything is about this relationship. Like this, like what we talked about before, not trying. I just want to focus in on this person. And it's like, yeah, it's for relationship. It's like, it's not like the farmer's not dumb, like, or farmers are actually very smart. If you didn't know that, farmers are like brilliant. They have to be an expert in a million different things. He's not dumb. The farmer's not like, oh, I'm just going to throw it here and here and here and here, and I didn't know that was there. Or blah. He's not dumb. It's like, well, yeah, talk to me about it.
Yeah, what's going on?
Like,
he isn't ignoring it out of spite or principle because you didn't take it. I don't know what his process is in that, but I know it isn't. He isn't just not helping because you haven't asked. It's not
right. Yeah.
It's not that kind of spiteful spouse thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're gonna have to ask me. I know something's going on. I'm not gonna ask about it. You got to tell me. It's not that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not a teenage girl. That's the bad guy. Bad guy's
But
teenage girl.
it's more so whether it's a long play of you think you've got it, okay, go ahead, or even a genuine like if you want to try it yourself, try it yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe you find your way out of it. If you want to muscle through it by yourself, I'm not going to stop you muscling through it by yourself. I'm going to let you try. I'm going to let you explore it.
Yeah, 100%.
If you need help, I'm right here.
Well, and the reality is,
Kid learning to ride a bike.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want your help. Say, okay,
yeah,
I'm here if you need me. It isn't like, okay, go ahead, fall.
yeah, for sure.
That's not how the parent looks at that situation.
Not a good one, at least.
Yeah. There's even a pride in it. It's like, they're going to fall.
Yeah.
Be proud of them for trying.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
When you're ready, I'm here. Just give me a shout.
Well, and the good news is, from personal experience, I know that the enemy only attacks you right at the beginning. And then after that, you're good.
Yeah.
Like there's no attacks after that.
No.
You're perfect.
Gives up.
Yeah, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
I did see one great thing, which was the devil does not know patience. There's no slow play. There's no long play. It's like now. That's why all the temptations are like a in the moment thing.
Yeah.
God's plan is much longer, much slower. He's got his own pace to it. And a lot of the time, the best thing you can do when those temptations are hitting, whether it's addiction or porn or even something small like ordering the
Domino's
cherry pie, the cherry pie egg rolls. Sometimes the absolute best thing you can do is just wait. Just give it a beat. Just wait a little while. Find someone to distract yourself with for an hour. Because he doesn't have that patience.
Yeah.
And you just shift because this goes back to something that you were saying earlier, and I had a thought hit me, but I didn't want to shift our tangent off. And it's yet is such a powerful, powerful word for us to incorporate in our inner dialogue.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone recently about prayers, and it was someone, the whole doesn't answer prayers thing. And it's like, no, he always answers your prayer. He doesn't always grant and approve your prayer.
Right.
Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is not yet. And he was like, well, that's easy. That's easy. It is easy to say that because not yet very usually feels like no in the
Yeah.
moment. But there's also when you were talking about I don't understand, and in inserting that yet, even if it's just in your internal monologue, it's like I don't understand why they did that yet.
Right.
I don't understand why this happened yet.
Yeah.
That shifts.
That's good.
That narrative so hard to invitation, and also into a position of both grace and like, hey, clearly there's something here. I don't know it. There's work to do to figure something out.
And when a person says, when they're struggling with like prayer, for instance, like with what you're talking about, it's like, well, God didn't answer this prayer. It's like, well, it's no or not yet.
Yeah.
And the response, like, I understand the response of like, oh, well, that's easy. It's easy for you to say. And
I've had a lot of no's.
my response to that is typically, you just don't understand, because I have not had the easiest road. And so for me to say, no, the answer sometimes is no, and the answer is sometimes not yet, like that took a lot of work for me to get there.
Yeah.
Like that took a lot of time and a lot of lessons that were not easy for me to come to the understanding of like, oh, I'm not the center of the universe.
Who are you where all of them should be a yes? You don't expect that from anybody in your life, for them to just say yes to everything. You'd hate it if they did.
Yeah. Or yeah.
I've been around yes men.
Yeah. Or
like it's cool at first.
Yeah. And not just that, is like I've been around people who have been told yes their whole life. And you're like, oh, I don't want to be around this person
That
at
person
all.
sucks. Also, I mean, we talked about this in a previous episode. If everything goes your way and everything's real easy and nice for you, it has to go horribly wrong for a lot of other people.
Yeah, for everyone else.
We're all kind of idiots.
Yeah.
Because someone corrected me on this on the episode where I said I'm an idiot, and they corrected me on it, and it was very kind. Where they were like, "You were made in the image of God. How can you say you're an idiot?" I said, yes, I was being facetious.
Yeah.
But our idiocy is more, we're naive.
Yeah.
We're ignorant. For us to think, well, yeah, but that was a really good prayer.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're looking at it right there.
Yeah.
Zoom out. Maybe something down the line that's really, really good, that would have ruined.
Yeah. Well, it's this just happened today. So, and this might not be the rule at everyone's house, and I understand that. But the rule at my house is that the dogs don't get on the couch. It's for two reasons.
How do you do that?
The dogs don't get on the couch. They're not on the couch. They don't do that. One, because they stink. And two, we had one of the dogs get on the couch, and the dog jumped off the couch, and in the process of jumping off the couch, jumped onto my daughter and knocked her into the table. It hit her in the face on the table, and she was devastated about it. She's all upset about it. And it wasn't that big of a deal, but she's an 11-year-old.
The world was ending.
Yeah, she's a 12-year-old girl, so I understand. But it was one of those things of like, hey, so believe it or not, I know you love the dog on the couch, and it's so great to pet the dog on the couch, and it feels really good. But there's a reason why Dad says no dog on the couch, because the dog is not made in the image of God and is an idiot. And so
they're beautiful idiots.
Yeah.
But idiots nonetheless.
Yeah. And will jump on you because his brain doesn't work like yours, and knocked your face into the table. And so believe it or not, I know it sounds like Dad's being mean by saying no, you can't have the dog on the couch. But there's actually a good reason. I don't want your face knocked into the table. And so it's the same thing with my prayers. A lot of times it's like, no, but it's so great. How could this possibly go bad? And it's like, well, let me tell you.
God, what could be wrong with me having $1 billion in my bank account tomorrow when I wake up? I saw how you spent 1,000.
Yeah. How could this possibly be bad? Yeah, exactly. It's
First 5 things you do when you wake up with $1 billion. What are they? Okay, that's why.
Right. Yeah,
not one of those things benefited anybody.
Anyone else. Not even the local economy, how you think. Like, but yeah, that's all you did. All you did is give that $1 million from the from the people who didn't need $1 million
Yeah.
more dollars. That's all you did. But yeah,
You spend all this time without $1 billion saying, oh, this is so bad. I got to drive through this neighborhood every day. There's homeless people. There's all these people in need. Someone needs to do something about this. I gave you $1 billion and you moved.
yeah, you moved to a place
You bought a mansion
with none of
and a
those
yacht.
people around. Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. That's I did something good, right? For you, sure. Yeah, So it's one of those things. Like I understand when a person is like, well, that's easy for you to say, or like, why wasn't it? Yes. It's like, I get that. And guess who else understands that? God. That's why he put in the Bible specifically, like you're going to ask for things, and I answer the prayers that I don't answer. It's because you ask. The word that, at least in the translation that I have memorized, is you ask amiss. The thing that you're asking for is for you to consume it, like on your own, on the thing that you think should happen, on your own lusts is how one translation says it. And it might make sense, and it might be a really good thing in your head. But again, like my perspective is just limited, And so that's where, even what we talked about, that's where that just gives space, like my lusts, my desires, give space for the enemy to go, that doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right. Like even in the garden, like, oh, he just doesn't want you to be, you can't eat that. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right.
I catch myself on it a lot because I am a consumer in every single measure. I eat food. When I drank. And it always feels innocent. But I'm like, I have 2 very large shelves full of guitar pedals and a pedal board that's this big. It fits about 8 pedals on it.
Yeah.
And I use those 8.
Yeah.
I had a new pedal board today, and I'll be looking online. I'll see a guitar and an amp. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. I'm like, it's a work thing. It's not even like and I'll be in my car and I'll be about to hit buy, and I'm like, I don't need that. And in my head, I'm like, no, because it'll be useful.
Yeah. You're gonna
Like,
play.
I'm having that internal battle myself of like
You're gonna play with it for a second.
I'm asking
use
for all this abundance and all this success in my life, and I'm praying for that, and I do genuinely with every single fiber of my being believe I'll do good things with that, but I'm really not demonstrating that I will.
Right. Yeah.
And I can't, because there's also, I'm with those pedals being the exception, and that's a recent thing. I'm not a hoarder, and I'm very good about that. But I've probably, I think, 7 or 8 guitars in the house, and I play 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Why do I have the other 6?
Yeah.
Realistically, in my head, and even as I'm doing those, I'm like, these are the only 2 I even need.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, I'm on Reverb looking at guitars.
Yeah, looking at other ones. I had another conversation with a guy today. I'm full of that quote today.
So if anyone wants to buy some guitars, please hit me up.
So I had a conversation with a guy today that touched just on the same thing. He was talking about something. He was talking about what he needs for something good that he's trying to do. And I was able to point out to him something that I learned very recently, and it was what he needs. He just honestly isn't ready for right now, because he's not the person that could handle that thing that he needs, and some of what he needs honestly is just like the right people to come around him, and it's like, yeah, but you wouldn't treat them the right way, like you wouldn't.
You're not ready yet.
Yeah, you're not ready yet, and honestly, you're not ready yet for that, and we were just having a really good conversation, and it was something that he realized about himself. Is like, yeah, you know what? I don't think that I would treat that person or handle that person with care the right way, that it would actually benefit what I'm trying to accomplish, this big thing that I'm trying to accomplish. It would just make me feel better in the moment. And honestly, and I want to take a second to do this, and you might hate this, but get over it. Honestly, I 100% credit, and sorry if you don't love living in Pensacola yet, but I 100% credit like you and I meeting and coming and being a part of Wellspring to that. Like there was a time that because of my own stubbornness and because of my reaction to circumstances that were not comfortable, that I did not like, if I would have met you before when I met you, I would not have the relationship with you, and we would not be accomplishing and moving towards accomplishing what we are, because I just wasn't ready yet. I wouldn't have treated you properly. Like, and it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has everything to do with me. I just wasn't there yet. I didn't see it yet. And so that was one of those things where I had to go through an uncomfortable season where I didn't understand and I didn't like it. And I wanted to blame other things, but it's like, no, that was just me. And I wasn't ready yet. And just through God, like working on me, gets me to a place where all of a sudden I get a phone call from our buddy Corey, and he's like, "Hey, Danny's moving to Pensacola. You want him to lead worship?" And I was like, "Well, this seems so random," but sitting where I am now, it's like, "Oh no, there's a really divine timing in even just us hanging out and us meeting." It's like, "Oh, that's great." Because if I would have met you when I first met you, if we would have attempted what we're doing now when I first met you, it wouldn't have worked. You would have been like, "That guy sucks."
Well, in a similar way, I had to go through some rough seasons. I've had to do a few times in my life, and there'll probably be more to come, of humbling, because I've had real bad ego problems, and I think that's a byproduct of getting successful young.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you put a 17-year-old on stage with thousands of people chanting their name, and they walk off stage, and everyone all day long tells them how great they are. And then when they're not around people, they go on the internet and everyone's telling them how great they are. It's gonna give you a bit of a complex,
right?
And it's been hard to shake, and that's been one of the biggest and most humbling parts of my work with Christ is that just shaking realization of like, oh, there's something much bigger than I could ever be.
Yeah.
But yeah, my ego wouldn't have even let me. I mean, even when I first went to church and second service, my reaction was like, they should not get me up there.
Yeah.
I know none of this.
Yeah. Second time you've ever been to church.
Put me in, coach.
I got this.
I can improve on what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
I see your whole bit.
Right.
I can step this up for you.
Yeah.
You know what you're missing?
Yeah, me.
This guy. Yeah, my ego wouldn't have even allowed me to function in it.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those things of like, that's the reason why even the guy that you're talking about, and I saw that comment, like even the guy that you're talking about, it's like, I'm not gonna, I understand that.
Yeah.
Like I fully understand what he's saying. It's like, because I've been there, and not like 20 years ago, like a handful of months ago, like I was there, like, and you're like, well, this just doesn't make sense. And this doesn't seem fair or seem right. I'm doing all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but you're not where you should be. You're not where you need to be able to handle this thing. And so, yeah. And that's a way, like, even if you've been a believer for a long time, like, I like, there's a time in my life when where I was way overconfident. My resume at 27 was awesome. I looked really impressive, the things that I had accomplished and been a part of. And now, 12 years later, like, my resume isn't that much different. And so, it's one of those things that, like, being young, being overconfident, I had the idea of like the devil can't even touch me. Like, I'm not even worried about that. And I will tell you, that is a dangerous thing to think, and stupid to voice.
Don't tell people.
Yeah, stupid to voice. Because
bragging when you're young.
Yeah.
About as dumb as you can.
Yeah, but it's what every young person does. But what ends up happening is like, okay, sure. Like you think that you're on guard, like you think that you're doing well, like as a believer, and you're like, yeah, I'm guarding my heart, I'm doing all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, cool. So what about the people around you? Like, because it's like, okay, Danny, like you're maturing and you have all these walls up and you have all these really good, like all this good fruit in your life that's gone a certain way. You think for a second that Satan's like, well, you can't do anything with Danny.
No, well,
Danny's unbeatable.
he won.
Yeah, Danny's unbeatable. On to the
Throwing
next
in the
one.
towel.
Yeah, not at all. It's like, okay, cool. How are the people in your life?
Yeah.
Because that's how the attack's going to come. It's the people in your life, people around you, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh,
What does he care about?
Yeah, I'm actually vulnerable here. I didn't realize that, and so that's where it's like, yeah. I don't want to voice it and put a big thing up, but like, no, you should be aware of it, like, because it's a real thing that will happen, and when it does happen, it's a lot of times it's awful. Like it happens through hard circumstances and pain in your life, and that's when the adversary comes and starts whispering to you, and you're like, oh, you really suck. But also part of it is should be taken as a compliment.
Yeah.
When God called the sons of God in front of him, he told Satan specifically, do you know Job? Have you considered my servant Job? You know him? That's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Enormous compliment. Have you considered him? And what's even more complimentative about that is Satan knew exactly who he was talking about. He goes, oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the not spoiler alert, it's a rough compliment. It's a tough one to get. Mm-hmm. But for God to be like, yeah, do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Don't kill him.
Yeah.
Do whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a compliment, a really, really big compliment in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not what I personally want to be on the receiving end of.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to find out about much later, but I'm not asking for that.
You could do anything to him.
Yeah.
He's not gonna come does a bunch of stuff. He's like, try harder. No,
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, please stop trying. Stop trying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's how it works. So I want to circle back around. We can finish here. I want to circle back around to because we mentioned it. I think in the last episode, because we've only done 2 so far. So one of the 2 episodes recently, we mentioned talking about hell for a second.
Yes.
And I heard this is a thought that I've had for quite a while. And I heard another pastor, a friend I know in California, he mentioned the same thing. And I was like, oh, nice. Because I didn't think it's not actually, it's one of those things where like, I really hope that this is true. Like, because there's this idea of like, there's, if you don't follow Christ, what ends up happening is like, well, then you're separated from God forever in this place called hell. And this goes to your multiple universes theories too, like this. So I think that those things like exist outside of time. I think heaven exists outside of time. I think hell exists outside of time. And we are obviously in time right here. And so if you're separated from God and that happens, there's a really cool thing that happened when Jesus died. Probably was, I think it was cool. So we believe that when Jesus died on the cross, that he did in fact go to hell. And there's a phrase that says that he led captivity captive. Mm-hmm. And so this is what I believe. I think hell is empty. I think that there's one person there. And I think that it's that gay lizard. I think that's it.
He's just down there selling Geico insurance to no one.
Yeah, I think it's just him. Because I really believe that if hell exists outside of time and you reject Christ and you go there, I think it's real. I don't think it's fake. I think it's real. And I love the idea that one day, if I can say it that way, even though I think it exists outside of time,
One of our days.
one day, Jesus showed up
Preach the gospel.
in hell, and he preached the
Gave
gospel
them the good word.
to everyone there. And I think everyone stood up and walked out of that place with him. And just as one last, you lose to the devil, he's there all alone, all by himself. Like that's what
Exactly what it was designed for in the first place.
That's what I really, really believe. Like that's what I really hope to be true. When it comes to all that is like, yeah. So
That's got to be the easiest
Yeah.
sharing of the good word ever.
so yeah.
There's an out. We're in.
There's an out. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, there's an out, and I did it for you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that's what I really hope to be true, and that's where with temptation and spiritual warfare and the adversary and all that, how you think about Satan is, you're alone. Like you didn't get any of us. Like that's the ultimate.
No one's touching it.
That's
I'm not going to see anyone touch it.
that's the ultimate. You lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. You not one. You lose. Every one of them. Like I love that idea. I've thought about it for a while, and then I heard this other guy say it, and I'm like, I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I love it.
That's the sign off.
Yeah.
That gives me, it reminded me of something. It was who's that one guy? He goes to college campuses and preaches. He gets everyone in a circle. Older guy, very smart.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I'm forgetting his name.
I know who you're talking about. Phil? No,
Something like that.
something like that.
I feel bad. He's great. I watch a lot of his stuff. And he was talking to someone, and it was their sentiment was everything I've been told about heaven doesn't sound like something I want. Like we're all gonna have a job. Like I don't want to work, and we're just gonna be there singing praise to God permanently all the time. Like that sounds terrible, and he didn't say this in there, but the first and only thing I thought on it was that isn't because we have to. No one there has to do that.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine being faced with it, and that's just for forever?
Yeah.
That's all you want to do. You're not doing it out of obligation. You're not doing it because you have to. That isn't the job. That's not a criteria. That's not on the to-do list. That's not in the conditions. Can you imagine being in front of it? Just that's all you want to do for forever. So it's just all you do. Something that beautiful and that incredible. That's all you want to do.
Yeah.
Has to be the best thing ever.
Well, and it's one of those things. Is like I think you get glimpses of that. Like you get glimpses of that here. Even this past Sunday, you sang that one of the ones that you had prepared, one of the newer ones that you were doing, and it ended perfectly. That what a beautiful name, that one that you did, sounded great, ended perfectly. It was a perfect place to end. I just didn't want to stop, and so like because it was good. Not just you singing, but just like being there in that moment with the church and everybody after we had taken communion is really beautiful. And you looked up at me, and I was like, I knew that there was one more there in that folder, and I was like, do the one more, because it was like, no, I don't want to do anything else. Like, especially with what we were gonna sing, it's like, no, I want to do one more, like do that, and it's like, yeah, like if you think it's gonna be you on a cloud somewhere with a little harp, maybe if you like harp playing, like you would be in that. I think it's going to be
Harps are huge.
I think
You're thinking of a different thing.
yeah, whatever. But
This one's the harp.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever that is, whatever this one is.
That's not.
Yeah,
I don't think that's it.
You know the tiny ones. Like if you think when you go to heaven you're gonna be
you're gonna play the chest hair.
If you think you're gonna be like a little naked baby, like on a cloud somewhere with a little tiny, that's not gonna be it. I think it's gonna be a feast and a party. I think it's gonna be a feast and a party, and you're gonna be with him, and you're not gonna want to be anywhere else. Like we get glimpses of it, moments of it. I think when we do worship night coming up, like it's going to be, I know we're going to do 2 different times to do it. I think it's going to be hard to end the first one.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like, I don't want to go. We're going to have to. We're going to have to call. You're going to have to call it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to want to. So we're going to have to. But yeah, I think that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Also, have you seen? I've only seen a couple videos on it, but some of the jobs that they're supposed to be pretty great. Some of them are like, "Hey, you get to just take care of animals." Yeah, all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, none of them are mean, and that spider ain't invited.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool.
If he is now,
yeah.
because
It'll be
that's going to be my job.
Yeah.
I'm the spider guy.
Yeah. but you'll love it. Yeah. Hey, I hope I see you guys there. It's going to be good. Thanks for tuning into this one, and maybe we'll see you again next time. Share it or whatever. Bye.